Hello, welcome everyone to D6, where I, RCM, bring together several friends across the internet to play on a TTRPG show.
Woohoo!
Through me.
I was gonna get somebody with it. I thought it'd be really funny to do, but yeah.
I was trying my best to be polite.
Alright. Before we get on to today's session, we got a couple of relatively quick announcements, and then this will be we'll go ahead and jump on into today's episode. First and foremost on my short list of things that needed to get done, I have started the work on the Path of the Twin Mass Barbarian again. This is something that I have been doing a little bit more work on now that stuff is kind of coalescing in terms of production stuff. So, with that being said, I hope to try and have the Path of the Twin Mass Barbarian done within the next couple of months or so. You guys will be the first to know when it releases over on the Patreon, and when it does release over on the Patreon, links and social media and all that fun stuff. So that is that. Of course, speaking of episodes, all of our stuff is currently up to date. And by the time I think now the episodes with Joe and Bracky have come out. I know it's coming out tomorrow for us, but by the time this is coming out.
I think so. I think, yeah.
Yeah.
The next episode to release will have them.
Yeah. So yeah, I can't wait to see people's response for that one. That was a whole lot of fun. And also, if you guys are interested in catching up on our episodes, or if you want to catch the episodes a week ahead of time, you could go to the link down below in order to catch our episodes ahead of time. Also, if you wanted to catch any of our extra content, which is the content that happens before the edit and or as well as during our breaks for the stuff that kind of just happens in the background. So that way you guys can probably catch some pretty funny moments that we wouldn't have done in game because we're focusing on game.
Although I will say we did have a really funny one before we started recording today, so I'm sorry, world, you'll never get to see that.
Yeah. So if you're interested in catching the extra content, of course, that is for our $10 patrons and up, and for those who want to just catch the episodes a week early, that is for our $5 patrons. Let's see. Excuse me. Next up, our podcasts are up to date. As I've said before, there's a link down below if you want to only catch just the audio versions of the show, or if you're listening to the audio versions and you want to catch the visual live or actual play version of our show. There's a link down below to us through our link tree to all of our social media, as well as all the platforms that we go live onto. So if you're interested in just catching the audio, then by all means, there will be a version over on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and other platforms that catch the RSS feed because stuff. All right, and next up is our sponsors, like Volante Design, which I am wearing right now.
Yes, they've got all sorts of things: vests, shirts, jackets, and I've got a fresh mouse pad that I got from them just last week.
Yeah,
and it is really smooth. It's really sleek, and I didn't even realize when I first looked at it, I didn't realize there was this cool little hex pattern on the back of it. It's so cool.
Yeah, and of course, for everything that you guys buy, we get a little bit of a kickback, and that kickback lets us get some more cool stuff from Volante, and it supports the show, and all that fun stuff. Right now, I'm wearing the Smuggler's shirt, the Saint color variant. I think it's just really, really nice. Really good stuff.
I'm going to be honest, he looked like Gale when he first put it on.
A hand, please.
A hand, please. I
should have clarified. A helping hand.
And just...
Gee, I wonder if the cast of D6 plays Baldur's Gate.
Takes out a knife, cuts his hand off.
No.
No, heavens no.
Dude, I was
Never
shocked
Gale.
by the option in my third run.
Just
It's like,
I
you visualize
was nice
cutting the
to
hand
Gale,
off and
like-
him screaming.
I was
Oh,
nice
you
to
did it.
Gale for just a little bit, and the man wanted to have sex with me by the time we ended the first act. I
Yep.
was all like, my homeboy, I am not that interested in
they
you.
fixed that finally, though.
I'm
They
so,
did
I'm
fix
so glad
that.
they did fix it.
Poor-
Though, so
They fixed his rampant horniness
Gale.
for people being somewhat decent.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, this man was groomed by his goddess. He doesn't know what love is. This man's okay.
It's not even that.
He's
Just
just
be-
sweet.
Be a genuinely
sweet.
okay person to be around, and he just wants to be on your dick because he likes every action that is at least okay. Will is
You
the one
know
with the
what?
stick up his
You know
ass.
This man
Same.
is easy to please.
Will is also the one that got gypped out of a whole lot of screen time because he wasn't the favorite.
Being
Man,
decent is
I
very
feel so
attractive.
bad for Will. I feel
No.
so bad for
Our-
Will because Will is such
Anyway,
a cutie too, and they didn't do
Anyway.
enough with him.
Anyway.
we are on a tangent, but yes, I'm with you, Tara. Don't get me wrong, I'm with you. I love him. But
Sorry.
no, you're fine. Listen, I'll try and do a slightly overweighted Will cosplay later. And that being said. That being said, if you guys are interested in checking out Volante Design, they have a whole bunch of amazing clothing options who are fighting against fast fashion, as well as they just had completed one of their biggest campaigns in helping out the Trevor Project, raising over $13,000, as well as just, you know, these really, really cool designs. This is the augmented vest. Again, this is the smuggler's shirt with the same variant. I absolutely love this. I love the style. I love the design. And if they can make it for my size, I'm sure it can make it for a lot of others. If you guys are interested in checking out, there will be a link down below. Use the code D6EOE. Again, 10% off, and then we get that kickback. Speaking of, our other sponsor, Level Up 5th Edition by EM Publishing. To those of you who do not know, we'll be moving our game system to them in the next campaign, which is just an advanced 5th Edition system. We're even currently starting the build for character sheets and all that fun stuff, so character creation has turned into a really fun idea. So if you guys are interested in checking out the advanced 5th edition game system, there will be a link down below that will lead you directly to the PHB or the Adventurer's Guide. And if you're a Dungeon Master, Trials and Treasure, as well as the Monstrous Menagerie, and you will own the books, and they also sell it as PDFs, so those of you who are a little bit more digitally minded will be able to have access to your content whenever you want, however you want. Thank you, Ian Publishing. Absolutely love them. Again, using the code D6EOE, you'll get we'll get a bit of a kickback, and you guys get a little bit of a discount. Yeah. Excuse me.
So yeah,
Yeah. All right. So that being smeared,
Smeared.
smeared. Please use. There we go. Okay. And that being said, so where we had last left off. Yeah. So, where we had last left off, as the Wandering Vanguard make their way to the city hidden within the sands of Excelsium, Sanspar. There they find Citra's grandmother coming to rather delightful terms with her imminent demise, as well as a very cordial meeting with the archdevil Mephistopheles, as Arya and Canis head to Mount Celestia in order to gain and regain their divine sparks. Nyx finds herself in the conflict between Roya and his current possessor. Salazar assisting in that effort, along with Dagex, and as well as Fuchsia and Winry taking around the city so that way they can make sure it is still maintained and protected. After everyone had succeeded in their task, and after some very long and heavy conversations, you all find yourself back within the Elder's home. And as such, you see as the lot of you, the exception of Arya, who's following closely behind, see the tall, dark blue visage of a infernalman, kind of hugged by the arm of Citra as he is brought before all of you, revealing that he is her grandfather. His deep silver eyes inspecting each and every one of you. Dr. Salazar, you are familiar with the visage of this man, as he is often referred to as Hepsul, one of Alois's allies. I've said that at the very least.
Parentheses, little quotes above it, allies.
And
Sure, he's a real charmer.
Winry, you are also familiar with this man, as he had boarded your ship once and tried to concur a deal between Cotton and him.
Oh yeah, I recognize him.
You could also see as Fuchsia just looks unamused, yet also just this guy kind of energy.
Citra's mostly eyeballing Canis like, don't. It's like that, it's fine. No need to attack kind of look on her face. Like, the smile. Yeah.
And all of you collectively hear the shattering of a glass bowl as it hits the hardened ground of this home. As all of you look and see back at Citra's mother just holding her hands out where the bowl once was as glass had splattered across the floor.
So she didn't know either. Sorry, Mom.
As she slowly approaches. And kind of just looking down and up. You're late. Really late.
Been here.
She could mean something else, Citra.
She's just like, I can answer for now, and that's it.
I think she's referring to her childhood, Citra.
Mm-hmm.
You can see as Mephistopheles just has very little words.
That does
No
not
words at
surprise Citra. Yeah.
Salazar's just gonna gesture to one of his undead to go clean up the broken bowl.
Yeah,
She's just muttering like a quiet thank you.
It's just like, you can see they're trying to like, clink, clink.
No, just sweep it out.
one of them just like finding a broom, just. It's just the broken silence of glass being swept up.
Citra is also just looking towards Sov like, this is going great. Like,
Yeah, no, it is, they're just staring at each other.
yeah. Citra could just feel the tenseness coming from her mom and just, I guess, the indifference from Mephistopheles would be the word.
It's not indifference, it's kind of... It's him trying not to admit. Based off of insight, this is probably as vulnerable gets for somebody like this.
Mm-hmm.
Considering that what you know about him is that he himself would have attempted to murder the royalty of this land in order to provide what the laws are today.
Yeah. Right. It's gonna help us with the thing that Jagex has. She has no idea, nor does she feel right to say anything about what he's even already admitted to her versus also trying to get in the middle between her mom and her dad.
You see as she finally just... How long will you be staying? Not for too long. Then don't overstay, you're welcome. Fair. Very fair. And Sia's just this furious side eye. Not just towards him, but also to you as well, Citra. And then just goes into the house. Outside, all of you can hear that the winds have picked up and sand is beginning to bat against the buildings and tap upon the glass of the windows.
There is sand coming?
Well, the winds are picking up either way.
Could I do a nature check to see if it's like a natural sandstorm or if it's something else?
Your passive nature would tell you that this is a natural sandstorm.
Okay. So we're all comfortably snug in this house right now.
Yes, comfortably snug.
There's sarcasm for me as the player.
Well then. I believe I am tasked with needing to be present. As his eyes trail towards you, Canis.
Mm-hmm.
Fendal is present. Dragon King present. And you see as Dagex, as he kind of just stands up and like almost feeling like he should be inching towards the center, but like he still has to like walk with a presence. Yeah. Right. So we're a little short on time, but I think we can all discuss the main details of what the rules will need to be moving forward, considering everyone here at present is of cosmic design.
Mhm.
As he goes and he brings out what is this beautiful book that is just layered and massive. It's tome. As he cracks it open, you can see as kind of just the pages still clean and white and untarnished. So,
Marvelous preservation on an artifact this old.
probably due in part to its nature. But I think we all should discuss the first rule. The presence of gods on the star.
I think we're all in agreement. We don't want to be locked behind gates like the last.
Agreed. However, why was that rule in place in the first case? And looking at Mephistopheles, because I'm assuming he was there when that was written the first time?
Well, I don't know why the music stopped.
That's a good question.
The music said no.
Oh, there it goes. As Mephistopheles looks towards a lot of you. I was not present for the first draft of this matter, but it was Osmodius's agreement. The reason why is due to the collective concerns that both the Fiendal and the Celestials had. If mortals were allowed to assess their godly counterparts whenever they so pleased, they would not be allowed to make decisions for themselves, something that the Celestials agreed with. Personally, I think it was because they had grown tired of this star being the battlegrounds between gods. So, they separated. We were given the hells, they were given the heavens. And as for our demonic counterparts, they were sent to the abyss because they could not behave, thus sparking what is known as the Blood War.
Well, we wouldn't want a repeat of that, so we're still going to need to allot things fairly.
Which would mean a fiendish presence on the star as well as celestial, if that is what he was meaning by that.
Being present, I find that there could be a matter in which the Fiendal is given a proper allotment of land.
So long as it doesn't come with total domination. Teacher, like, aiming back to the conversation they had without giving anything else away.
Surely. Less, of course, if we are to decide kingdoms and city-states. If in all, should we ever be attacked, our chosen representative will be allowed to declare war.
Teacher's looking to Canis on this one. He has more experience with political and all that other shit, though.
You brought the concern before of believing that if the Celestials were on the star, the mortals would be less inclined to make their own decision. If we simply state that mortals must be given this sense of free will, it would be far easier to adjust.
The sense versus truth is two very different things, old Dragon King. If they believe that they have freedom of choice, free will, that would go against the very standings in which the laws that we have already previously established be broken. I suggest an alternative. A fair assessment, if you will. Gods and... Oh. Gods and Findol are welcome to walk the lands, make their own decisions, walk amongst its people, receive their praise and the divine gifts that they return to. But in place of that, we must still remain hidden.
Okay. Would you mean by a disguise?
Well, more like no one... If you think about it, if we were to walk down the streets right now, we're just strangers to people. They wouldn't know what we are. I think that's what he's asking for that to remain at. Versus...
That would make sense.
That made sense.
In time, we often referred to each other with our epithets. However, we Findal did not get that luxury. We were already branded and marked as betrayers. In your case, however, your presence, if it is already known, you would need to declare to the laws of the world that your presence remain hidden, lest you design those who you wish to know. In this sense, in order to assure that is to happen, so that way the star may only know that it is you and you only, you must relinquish your names.
I believe we may have already received those names. Wenry's mentioning, recalling where she was dubbed the Storm Sovereign and everyone else received their own godly labels.
Not everybody got that. Teacher didn't
Not
get
everyone
that.
did.
Yeah.
But
So as such, you will be baptized, if you will, given a new name and as well as your epithet.
So our normal presence on the star is still as is, nobody's, but otherwise in the other ways is a different name entirely.
Of course. This way it still remains within the laws and the rules of the world. Nobody will know who Citra Idlewind is, but they will know her as someone else entirely.
Okay.
It's not unheard of for that. My father did go by several names whenever he attempted to walk a mortal life.
That's fair.
So, then we are all in agreement on this matter.
I believe we are.
Yeah, so you're just looking to the rest that haven't spoken up just to make sure that they're okay with that.
I personally have no problems with it. I elect that we are giving ourselves our own names and epithets, in which the public knowledge will be referred to us as.
Okay.
Very well.
Doesn't matter to me. Nobody knew who I was anyway.
As you see, as Dagex, almost as if conjuring from between his fingers what looks like to be this spectral pen. As you see, as in the back of the pages, he begins to write the new laws. As each of you will be able to decide your godly names, as well as your epithets, like the Platinum Emperor, or the War Kaiser. In Arya's case, the Great Songstress. And by the time the ending of this law is written in, you can feel there is a shudder here. As doors feel like that they open, as places that were once closed now open. And there is this grounding to all of you. It's almost as if small whispers of prayers begin to enter your ears.
Oh.
Okay.
That's not very different from what I've already been hearing. Noting the being able to hear nature.
Yeah. You can hear the voices of the wind. You can speak to the ground. There is this earthen understanding for you next.
Nice.
And for you, Salazar, you can hear voices from the beyond. Songs and dances here within Zanzibar of their passing. I believe our secondary change shall be placement. If we are allowed to maintain domains, where shall we find ourselves in? Do we bind ourselves back to the hills and heavens again, or do we have particular places here within the star that we decide is our home, our domain?
I believe I may be too attached to Homegway.
No, but he makes a point. The heavens and hells are already in place, but I guess the
Some
freedom
may
to
have-
travel between the two, but
Yeah.
a domain's still going to be needed.
Yeah.
It may also be of benefit to the first rule we have in remaining secretive, if our domains
That is true.
remain in the heavens and hells.
Mm-hmm.
there's a problem with that, and especially towards you, Aurea. You already know that domains are a little binding in a certain sense. Gods end up spending a majority of the time, their time, in their domains. Being bound to either which plane is probably not preferable to you.
Yeah. Which is why Citra said both. That's what she's not saying we remain, but like at the same time, the heavens and hells suddenly not being used would be a little crazy.
Nyx nods.
It would be pure chaos. Is there a but do they have to be bound?
Having the rule to be able to lock the planes, at the very least, it won't lock us in there.
That all of
They are.
but if I'm speaking, I that
Mm-hmm. That was our major concern when this started happening.
Then the issue comes down to the first rule, still. If devils are allowed to pass through here, as well as celestials, that leaves the problem of whether or not they allow themselves to bind themselves to the star. Bind yourself to the star, you may walk its lands, meet its people, and you can go to the outer planes whenever you do so freely. You may find yourself within the lands of Centauri as well. But that also means the same for the Findor. That means the same for the demons.
Didn't we already experience some demons in Centauri?
A few.
Yeah.
They were probably on the lower rung, kind of just, the guys you're capable of kicking around. In that sense, however, it seems like we're talking about more powerful demons.
Okay, I just wanted to be
Like
sure that it
Pazuzu,
wasn't like...
Orcus, or Demogorgon kind of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to be sure we weren't like forgetting that. Oh, wait a minute, that's already happened. Huh? I just wanted to be sure that I didn't misconstrue that.
So, should you wish to decide to bind yourself to the lands, the treatment must remain fair. Are you sure that that's a door that all of you wish to open? That's a risk all of you are willing to accept? That is a fight you are willing to fight?
Given that the truth of the Findal is already going to be made known, and to keep an old archaic rule in place that put them back there through that lie seems a little backhanded. Isn't it? And she's looking to Ari on that one. Like, this is the mess we're stepping into.
if we were allowed the Fiend Doll act, then they must abide by.
We're not gonna have a Roya 2.0 situation where he comes back and now everything needs to be what he says it is out of nowhere in total domination.
Would you say it would be fair then that we all would be responsible for keeping each other in check.
Yeah.
It depends on the leniency you also want to provide with that kind of keep in check situation.
In earlier times, and those of you who do know Osmodeus, you are aware that he is known as the Divine Punisher. I am sure he will keep to his end of that bargain, should things get out of hand. But there is still the desire for a proper, neutral judge. One to represent the star itself, to assure its balance. A council. 3 individuals. 1 Findal, 1 Celestial, and a chosen mortal. One who will be aware of our agreements and disagreements.
That does seem fair.
I also propose it be an elected representative.
Well, we can't do that because only the one person has to know.
Well,
Yes,
There
this
are
feels more it
ways.
would be a hereditary burden.
I'm not sure if I agree with that, as people can get targeted by being related to a bloodline. However, we do have means of erasing memory if it is elected in some way. Only one person is allowed to know. But we also run into the problem of corruption. There's no truly flawless system.
Then I propose a law. An election in which those who wish to face the challenge, a gauntlet of tests, one equally devised by Findal and Celestial alike. Should this one individual manage to overcome all the tests and tasks, they will gain and garner the seat of judge.
Less an election than a trial, I suppose.
and then we would know anyone entering would be garnering for that seat. They would know the responsibilities ahead of time.
And if they should fail, their memory is wiped. If they somehow figure it out.
No trial should be so easy.
No.
It needs to bear in mind its fatal nature.
I think that is agreeable.
It is a very serious role, so I can agree to that.
As do I.
I agree. And C.S. Daggix, as he goes and writes down this law, as a trial will be designed by the 2 factions, allowing there to be a gauntlet of tests to allow one mortal to ascend to the seat of a high judge.
Woof.
Hooray, Celestial Death Games.
Yeah.
I'm setting up so much shit for like future campaigns, you guys.
I know you are. The rest of us going on to the next campaign now. Fuck me.
We just gave you a plot hook for an entire campaign with just that one law.
Yeah, we did. Fuck.
Let us return. Then let us return to the original conversation. Now that we are aware of a council that will judge both Findor and Celestial alike, we will ascertain what punishments will be necessary and what those laws will entail based on when the council is formed.
Mm-hmm.
However, this leads still the other problem. Do we bind ourselves to the star, or do we bind ourselves to the outer reflections?
Personally, I don't want to leave this star.
See as Dagex also looks up. I don't think anybody wants to leave their home.
No.
Nobody ever does. And based off of Ari's assessment, to be so far away and to be so detached from the very people that we're supposed to be worshipped by, do we really want to make the same mistake as the old gods?
No.
Hidden away in our own dimensions and reflections and pocket universes?
We'd just be repeating the same things again, over and over.
I do not want that.
She would pause for a minute and kind of look at Mephistopheles like, would this not also mean that you don't have to hide your existence on this star anymore? Technically, but you know what I mean. I know you don't like being known, but...
I've spent millennia making sure those who are to speak my name speak it carefully. I am still King of Kenya, Lord of Bator. My home has always been in the hills. I've been there much longer, and I find myself comfortable there whenever I so decide. I've only come here as a joyous whim. So to answer your question, yes. Whether we want to do so, though, is entirely up to us.
Mm-hmm.
However, I've yet to hear that of the Dragon King, as well as the good doctor's opinion of the matter.
Well, I never really had much of a home, so my attachment to the star is thin at best. But I refuse to be locked away in some pocket dimension.
I've spent most of my life with my father locked away myself. I would prefer to remain in the star as well.
Moreover, I've seen what people are willing to do to bring their god back into this world. And that can't happen again.
A fair point.
As Gygax puts his hand into the book, and it is agreed upon. The outer realms are no longer the realms of the gods and the devils. But they can be their home. They so decide. As you see, as he begins to write, if I may suggest a single amendment, though.
What do you suggest?
Well, we might be able to allow ourselves to walk around and commune. Our domains should remain stationary. We pick one place. It can be hidden away from mortals, accessed by those who we so decide. But when we leave our domains, we leave behind a good majority of our power. So that way we can at least find ourselves partially mortal. And upon any time in which our physical avatars might be disrupted or killed, we simply just return back to our domains, healed and well.
That's not fair.
Like a phylactery.
Kind of, yeah.
Exactly. Only,
It also provides us to have a neutral ground, if possible, on the star, if we wish to interact.
Yeah.
True.
You won't accidentally divine something by accident.
Or feel threatened.
Mm-hmm.
It would also mean that storming into someone else's domain would be nigh upon suicide for even us.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we can bend the law a bit. Be able to bring forth our domains for a short amount of time. Hopefully that will balance things out, never the case that we feel threatened enough to have to bring our force at full presentation.
A short amount of time, so that way, someone doesn't go off the handle and wage a war for years using their power like crazy.
Nick's nods.
The exact problem we are having currently with Roya.
Mm-hmm.
Mephistopheles scratches his chin a bit. It is fair. It keeps to the balance of things. Then all of us must, in some way, dictate where our home will be. I choose... I choose a small patch of land on the sheer plains to the north of it. The other Findal can choose theirs in due time.
Mm-hmm. Is the Sultan also with us right now? Like, everybody's here?
Yeah, he's kind of just like,
Okay.
like, he has
Watching.
no, I already rule over Celsium in a sense,
Yeah.
so,
No, I know,
like...
I'm just saying, like, he technically owns this country, so if we were to mention a Celsium, it's
Yeah,
like,
but he's
are
just
you
a
cool with
guy.
that?
This is like he can't tell gods what to do. This is like
Man,
What?
I'm the sultan of one of the most powerful countries in the world. This is way above my pay grade.
Yeah, it's just like, listen, what is a king to a god?
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
isn't that right? Satan looks over to his left.
It's me, Satan, from the Bible.
Nick seems to be taking a long time thinking about it. I think you all should choose your areas. I might need time to think a little bit, but by the time we get to me, I'm sure I can figure out something.
I mean, my home's always been here in Excelsium.
Homegway is my home.
I choose my tomb.
Teacher's like, I somehow felt like you were gonna say that. Like,
I had it
you already
built
have
for
real estate here.
Yeah, I had it built long and long ago. It would feel wasteful to just...
Plus, you'd be guarding the ziggurat below it.
That is true.
My home is normally shifted. But I suppose the peaks over Dracovania would be the best for me.
I believe you might have to deal with that of the royal influence there, but I find that they might bend to the will of their god.
Nick's like, you guys chose too fast. Hold on.
Damn it, y'all came prepared.
It's like, you guys have homes. I'm just a vagabond that goes places.
That's not entirely true. You technically have a home in Vale.
It's like wanting to present in school, but you're the only one that didn't bring anything.
Yeah, it's just like, technically Vale, but it's just like, it's not really, like, really my place. Like, I don't really like that place. It doesn't feel like home. And of course, the one that's currently warring is just like, I can't really pick that place. It's they're hostile to me. It really fucking sucks. It's like I can't even pick my own birthplace. Or at least Nyx is thinking that it would be not advantageous, if that makes sense. But they pause and realize that they could pick Solman's Grove, as it was an origin of some part of their new life. Next, Solman's Peak.
Be
Where
neighbors
the-
with Arya.
Oh, yes, but it's also where one of the deeper origins of my story comes from, so I have a small attachment to it. Otherwise, I would pick my home, but I cannot. It does not feel... It doesn't feel safe. I wish I could pick my home.
What of the good doctor?
I never really had a home. I streets I grew up in was never mine to begin with anyway. So I'm a little lost. Perhaps I'll just pick my lab and call it a day. Actually, there's an unmarked grave in the forests near Lobundle. That is what I shall pick.
As Dagix, as he comes to his conclusion, I will pick a small piece of land here in Assassi.
Teacher smiles at that.
It will... A tower will be built, full of books, scrolls, knowledge from all across Erzheimel. Those who wish to find knowledge and those who wish to give knowledge find it there. As the laws become written, laws become so.
Is there any chance that we could add that we may be able to move our home within a time period if history changes?
You see as Mephistopheles leans back and crosses his arms. Yes, this one does have a point.
Mm-hmm.
Mortals are known becoming volatile and wishy-washy.
Wars happen, people move and relocate along with their worship.
Not just wars, disasters happen too.
Nix nods.
And currently the star is terraforming.
So, worshippers will move. But that's why I only ask if, under certain conditions, we are allowed to move our domain.
Would that come up to council if that's the case?
This will be where we'll be spending a majority of our time, correct?
That's the idea.
But
That's
at least
what I
not
think.
locked behind a gate on some other plane of existence.
Nix nods.
Perhaps it'll ultimately land then.
Then I recommend the agreement in which council will be allowed to decide that.
Mm-hmm.
Allowing gods to be able to move a domain is no small matter. There needs to be a reasonable shift in which allowing one god to find themselves over dominion in a new place at a new time.
Nix nods. Thank you.
And it shall be agreed to move one's domain be when you can face it with counsel.
At least having it put down and written down. If something does happen, we're not locked to a dead zone.
Mm-hmm. We won't become less likely to become a forgotten god stuck in a tomb somewhere as well.
Yeah, I prefer
And this
that not
goes-
to happen.
And this would go for the Fiend Doll as well, Winry will nod to Mephistopheles. If any changes need to happen, it's equal for Celestial, Fiend Doll.
Under council.
Under council.
Third law is placed.
And then an earthquake.
Man, Roy is missing the meeting.
No, he's
Modius
busy
can fuck
fucking with
off.
my thermostat.
Yeah, Modius can fuck off right now. He's busy shoving things over about 2 centimeters.
Mhm.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
I'm not using a coaster. Slowly puts a drink on the coffee table.
Leaving all the lights on in the house.
The doors are wide open.
Canis will need a darn contractor to fix this.
Roy is just a little toddler running around causing chaos right now.
The divine rules have been placed. Any other particulars that must be discussed?
The Fiend Doll and the Celestial have already been accounted for. What of the demons?
The demons are Fiendal. Just as old as us, but more of the natural forces.
And I suppose it is both our responsibilities to ensure they remain in line.
What about the Fae?
The Fae left long before these rules were established. They decided to create their own little world. Sit just within the veil of wild nature magic. They have their lands. They can keep it.
I would say if they do choose to get involved, they must come to the council. Anything of intruding upon something that isn't theirs. This goes for everyone.
You mean
I
to, like,
think
invade?
It's not impossible, is what I'm saying.
There are those within the Shadowlands as well that would find themselves desiring the same level of invasion behind themselves. Old vampire lords who were once Lumerian, Dread Kings, Lords of Shadows and the Damned. These are uniquely different creatures, but they find that their home is more than perfect for themselves. This is the reason of the concern by which saying that once the doors are open, there is no turning back. This day we decimate gates and thresholds.
But at the same time, both sides are to basically make sure that the balance of the star remains healthy.
This is true. Understand, if a god that is good, if there is too much light, then it must be balanced with darkness. If there's too much creation, destruction must follow.
It's a necessity. You can't have one without the other.
Nyx nods.
That's what the Dreadnought is trying to disrupt.
We all need that balance.
A immense feat that those of the Celestials have spent quite a great deal amount of time trying to maintain. You can see after thousands and thousands of years, they managed to hit the relative wave point, a curve in which things had flattened out. Dark ages and light ages, destruction and life. If the Fae wish to become involved, should the Shadowlanders decide to also become involved as well, then I agree. They too will be elected to council, but interests and laws must be aligned.
Nyx nods.
As Daggix goes and writes in the new law, opening the door to those of the Outer Realms to find themselves a part of the bigger conversation, should they so desire.
I mean, we're all going up against the Dreadnought, and at this point, opening the doors to a unified front is probably our best bet to begin with.
There'll definitely be those who will disagree, considering that there are about 10 of us sitting here making decisions for the rest of very complicated and somewhat volatile world.
Yes, but their voice will still be heard regardless.
And that's part of the reason why we're trying to consider as many as we can.
Rather than just overlording over everybody.
We could simply say, the Celestials are gods and da-da-da, and you don't have a say, but that's not fair. We're here to form something new.
Life is chaos, but we're all gonna write it out with everybody.
You see there's a slight smile on Mephistopheles' face. For the first time, a genuine smile on it.
Citra notices it, but she's not gonna, like, make a show of it. Like, that's growth. Just light pat with the tail, I guess, if anything, just so it's not, like, putting a spotlight on him on it.
Yeah. As Dagex looks back up, any other peculiar roles that we need to discuss?
Aaron, are there? Just so I'm not missing anything. 'Cause I'm pretty sure we've discussed this on and off over time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, this is a good time for if anything that might come to mind. This is the chance where you as players get to decide what this world gets to be moving forward.
In terms of souls and helping people pass.
The Findal have garnered their ability to collect souls by those who are already blackened and damned, or those who have made deals. I believe our rules should remain the same.
Same with the making sure that it's even with the Celestials as well.
The Celestials of the last age decided that their followers, the ones that were gifted the ability to pass through gates and find themselves in the cooling lands of Elysium, Mount Celestia, the Beastlands, Arcadia. The souls are allowed to become intrepid. Those who have found themselves consumed by their evil acts, consumed by their darkness, to be ours. Or those who have done good and repentant kindness will be left to all of you, how they wish to worship whoever it is they wish to worship.
And what of those who are neither? What of those who take no gods?
That is why we created the Well of Souls. That is, of course, the domain of the dead. Something I'm sure that you, good doctor, are vastly interested, along with the Raven Queen's chosen.
Keenly.
Teacher just kind of like... Yeah, I was gonna say, Teacher is remembering that letter and hoping that things kind of remain as is, because there is that promise that her dad's soul, once freed, would go over to Elysium.
Those of you who have been designated to discern where your souls and what mortal souls go to, keep the wheel turning, keep the divine energies spinning. That will be left up to your determinations, as souls that are bound to us will be left to ours.
I think that system's been in place for so long it just works.
I can't see fault with it.
And you see as Dagex goes and writes in the updated version of the law for this new age.
Mm-hmm.
As per our death gods, I will ensure that Dr. Salazar and our new Queen of Death will oversee the damned souls, those who might not find themselves looking for faith, or those who have no faith to start with.
Somewhere Holly sneezes.
One will act as guide and one will act as keeper.
Though we also have the Undying Gods, I'm sorry, for some reason the word
The
is
Endless
escaping me.
Gods?
Endless Gods, thank you.
Endless gods.
But then we also have the Endless Gods to consider as well. I'm certain Beltania has been doing a very serious amount of work over the oceans.
I can only imagine her job's been very busy lately.
And I wouldn't dare impede on her domain.
I mean, I don't think...
Beltania is also a death goddess of the sword, is she not?
She is.
Yes,
Should
of
they
those
not-
who die at sea, particularly.
Should they not also be a part of this council with us then?
The Endless Gods have their own council. They discuss among themselves their own plans, their own machinations, to which they then refer to those above them, which will be all of us in the near future.
So there's a hierarchy of deity then.
Yes. As all of you would know, even we devils see this hierarchy as necessary. Archdevils are the highest form. We are gods in of ourselves. And then there are those beneath us, depending on their position and what responsibilities they're given. Based off of
She just scratches at the
there are.
scarring on her chest like, yep, I remember.
So, with Endless Gods being beneath that of the prime deities, we will leave them to their devices, as they have continued to act as balancing points in this tipping world.
Fair enough.
As Dagex now kind of just leaning a little bit in. I suppose that kind of leaves us with another peculiar thing that we want to take care of. As we're all well and ashore, we find ourselves often connected with the star and many of its representatives. As he nods towards you, Nyx. Not to any offense to that of nature itself, but we often have natural agents providing us eyes and ears around the star.
Champion?
I'm sorry?
Is he referring to champions or is this something else?
Something else.
Okay.
As all of you might remember, and considering her name is her name, the Raven Queen had the ravens. The Platinum Emperor saw fit that his representatives were that of metallic dragons. My mother chose scholars. Those of Cobalt Soul. Arya chose canaries. Bards.
I didn't even think that far, Aaron. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was like, oh shit, you right.
Player talk, I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Wenry's first thought was the pterosaurs.
Hey!
Oh boy, dinosaurs.
Do it.
The goddess of dinosaurs. You could be the goddess of dinosaurs.
I mean, come on, Aaron.
That would be incredible. That would be so fucking amazing.
Insert Jurassic Park theme song.
Dun, 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 dun.
I love that. That's awesome.
With Hornsby as her first emissary.
I have nature, but I suppose perhaps also vagabonds and moths, probably, as they are creatures of night, and I am partially associated with the moon goddess.
You see as Mephistopheles points his silver eyes at you to that knowledge.
Wink.
Sly smile. It's like, you can't, don't you dare try to pick a fight with me. It's just like, I know I'm supposed to be hunted down by demons. It's like, I know my lore.
I know my trauma.
It's like, you can't touch me right now.
His cane is just all dragons now.
Yes.
Wenry just scowling at him. Nope.
Slap fight. Let's go. Teacher'd have to hold her up, though.
Nyx looks
I
towards
can fly of
Salazar.
my own accord, thank you.
Salazar looks like he hasn't necessarily prepared for this.
Teacher
Perhaps
doesn't
because
either.
Salazar hasn't necessarily prepared for this? I figured insects and snakes would suit him.
Or just snakes. Hey kid, you
Well,
want to live forever?
Well, it's also
Well, insects
worship
because,
archetypes.
you know, they're associated with death and all that, but...
Obviously, the undead and doctors
Hmm.
and snakes.
Nyx smiles.
That's about the long and short of it.
Owls. I choose owls. They're often represented as wisdom, and they're quite quick, considering how they are astounding night hunters.
Hmm.
Nyx is not going to drop any owl facts. It's just like, nope, nope, nope.
And I've always found it funny. Owls are such perfect predators that they have no natural predators of their own. Therefore, they have no survival instincts. The fact that people keep saying that they're wise is a bit of a misnomer.
Nyx is like, oh no, I didn't want to burst a bubble like that.
Nyx just rubbing her eyes, just like...
It's like, it's true.
I mean this in
But-
this. I mean this in the sense of those who perceive them.
skeletal thumbs up.
The actually
Press
moment.
thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
Nyx has the wisdom to not say that part out loud, but Salazar probably does not
Salazar
have that
wanted to fuck
wisdom.
with him.
As Saul kind of just leans back. I created a world of sun. I think it's only right that I take responsibility for it.
So to clarify, he chooses the sands?
Any particular creature you want to add to that?
Sand shrew.
I love that Pokemon.
No,
It's
a
an
sand.
it's an
A sand
shrew.
shrew.
Shrews.
Shrews.
Rats.
Dancing rat emote.
They're very persistent. They're very persistent little critters.
My whole thing is light lately for obvious reasons, and then I guess the symbolism kind of a mix between like firelight, you know, that little light of hope, and then if it has to be a creature, I would say a dove.
Fireflies also represent
That too.
hope.
That
as
is
well.
true. Cute. My brain's running blank.
You're welcome. I love my symbolism bullshit. You're so good. I can come up with all kinds.
I mean, my brain also went phoenix, but that's a mythical bird. I don't know how often they happen in this world, so...
They do.
It's a
They
celestial.
actually do happen a lot. Actually.
Okay, I
just-
wasn't sure,
Yeah.
because otherwise my brain kind of leading toward that if you want more of a big old bright bird of hope right there.
The
Or-
Pheonix.
The Pheonix.
Pheonix.
Hooked on Pheonix.
Well, I mean, if
Don
I want to add an
Pheonix.
amendment, I probably would say Pterosaur is probably specifically for flight, and then storm clouds for Wenry, I guess.
Those go everywhere, so that's a good choice.
Yeah.
I suppose you could also be a traveler. Keep helping those who travel, as you have wandered many places.
True. I'm pretty good friends with Beltania. Maybe I'll start with Travelers Over the Sea.
You are a nomad after all.
In a sense.
See, just like, does he know you're a pirate yet?
Beltania technically my employee.
Well, I guess they're also my
An
employee
affiliate?
now. What the
I'm,
fuck?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that
General
Beltania would be an independent.
She just kicks the door down, boom, baby!
Speaking for Feltania, yes, they are independent. Very independent.
Just
Yeah.
Beltania, just like putting a
independent
hand
contractor, there
over
it is.
like Salazar's shoulder, is like, "Hey, bitch."
So yeah, I
my
guess
employee.
yeah. So I guess in the elemental terms, it's just like firelights, you know, whether it be a campfire or a hearth. But otherwise, like the dove, the fireflies, and the phoenix are like the only other things I had in mind for her.
It'd be as cool as possible. The Phoenix is pretty.
I do love the phoenix.
Pretty
I was just like,
solid.
is that?
Yeah.
I was just like, is that allowed? Ooh.
I mean, Canis has fucking metallic
Well-
dragons.
well, dragons are everywhere
No,
right now.
most metallic dragons.
Well, I'm not thinking metallic specifically. I'm thinking dragon, but willing to take up the mantle of such.
Fair.
Okay.
Of willing to take the duty as this. And in the other
Okay.
sense that is less magical is a falcon.
Ooh, fun.
Ooh, that's actually really nice.
Scraw.
Squirrel.
Yeah. So like, I guess
A
the
bird
phoenix
of prey
is
that represents nobility.
yeah.
falcons.
The phoenix and like fire like areas are basically synonymous with each other. So, and then just below that is their dove or fireflies. So less flashy.
Definitely gloom trees and the world trees representative, at least when it comes to the mythical part of it.
By the way, I am making a separate symbols section in the notes that we can refer back to that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I actually have a symbol. I created one for Citra.
I'm still working on mine.
Moths, moons, gloom trees.
We can decide the exact specifics, I think, later.
I suppose if there's no other forms of beast worship or such like that, if it's not a vagabond, then of course druids that choose to truly rest their heart into nature and not just try to take from nature to have their own benefits. Referring to the Bright family, specifically. Fuck them, guys.
Fuck 'em.
I will always remind myself as to why I took up the mantle of King of the Crossroads.
Oh, right.
The desperate, the lost, those willing to make a deal. As per a natural arbiter of my design, I may need to think
Tough
on
time
this
making a
one
decision,
along.
huh?
There are so many wonderful creatures. I will decide later. If you don't mind.
I'm surprised he didn't just say poodle. His whole chest.
I think dogs in general would probably suit him, but hey.
Well,
I don't know
dogs,
why he's the one who
foxes,
gets time to think.
coyotes are really great for symbolisms of crossroad creatures.
I think we can
Scavengers.
really hash out who and what and all the specifics
Yeah.
in time.
Yeah, of course. I'm just spewing my...
This
Symbols
is
of
more
knowledge.
for this is for you guys mostly.
Yeah.
But like, hey, tossing out these ideas, and also to those who might want to change anything, Arya, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
edit your aesthetic addendum.
I'm not gonna lie, Citra probably got the idea of Phoenix, if I were to say in-game, was just Ignis's staff. It's a phoenix at the top of the damn thing.
Yes.
So go for it, Arya.
I don't think that'll make someone remain fresh.
That's fair.
She already had a brand.
She's like, I don't know about you
She
bitches,
already
but
had
I'm
a
good.
I swear to God, if I see the Chef Boyardee logo change one more fucking dot.
All of y'all motherfuckers might be
Patreon
debuting, but
logo.
I ain't rebranding.
I'm not rebranding at all.
I'm not. Anyways, welcome to Godhood. There's no instruction manual, really, I guess, for writing.
There was, and now
Well.
we're writing one, essentially.
I mean, we're pretty much updating
There was an
the
old
laws.
one, but it was
Yeah.
very out of date.
Yeah. You know, it's something that we should have been updating like every 20 years, but kind of got lost
Yeah.
in translation.
Citra just kind of pauses to look at Ignis for a second, and then looks back to Dagix. Like, there is the bit about champions, since gods already do that.
That is correct. Oh, well.
Nick kind of slumps their shoulders and rolls their eyes a little bit.
It doesn't mean you have to choose one right now. However, I did make a deal with Ignis, and I kind of need to figure this out.
Oh no, it's not you. It's not this. It's me having only 2 options at the moment, and I don't like one of them.
I suppose choosing a champion should come when we find one worthy.
See, she just looks at Ignis like, ta-da.
As you see, as Dagex kind of just like also flipping through the book. Yes. So, usually there are a couple of prerequisites, but it really is up to the dependent of the god's choice of chosen champion. It is of a personal like. It does provide them blessings and various other unified abilities, small boons here and there, but more importantly, as you kind of just looking at Mephistopheles, who's just like, oh, yes, that part. I believe a wild notion that a lot of you might not fully remember. Champions have the ability to strike at those who are of divine influence.
Mm-hmm.
Such a rule allowed for gods to strike at each other indirectly, because often we were not allowed to. So, usually we choose a champion or somebody of chosen whim that allowed us to attack or defend. I've had a handful of champions over the past few millennia. All of them disappointing, to say the very least. But it definitely kept things in line.
It's also helpful for when we are unable to... when we are preoccupied with something else, but we need our domain defended.
Yeah.
It might be an extra layer of security, but yes.
This is a very big star. Even gods can't be everywhere.
Yes, the illusion of their omniscience is something that was greatly exaggerated.
I noticed.
I noticed. That man's playing Galaga.
That man's playing Galaga. We thought we wouldn't notice, but we did.
We did.
Then the question is, how many?
Some of us would find more worthy candidates than others, I agree.
Salazar looks at the camera.
How about you, audience member? Would you like to be a champion
literally
of Salazar?
no options.
Everyone he ever cared about is either dead or becoming a god with him.
That's not entirely true. He knows Cotton. I'm kidding. Cotton be like, nah, I'm good. I retired a while ago.
Alois, is it cool if I infuse your daughter with death magics and have her become my champion? It'll be great. Her and Mirad can match.
Mirad would just be like, wait, what? What's going on? What is happening? That would be funny.
I'm
That
sure
would be
that
funny.
will go over swimmingly.
Just to be clear, she is also a doctor, which puts her under the right
Different kind
credentials.
of doctor.
Yes, but still doctor.
You did say
Dr.
doctors. You
Ritz.
didn't necessarily went specific.
Dr. Ritt, not physician.
Well, no, she does deal with, like, helping those, with, like, missing limbs and shit.
Technically, I never got my PhD.
Cheated.
No, I've just been operating without a license.
Took entrepreneurial medical license.
Oh, please. I also raised dead bodies from the ground.
Yeah. So I love that matching, like, wife and husband kind of, like, tied to a death god. That's just funny.
Just, Aloise would have words.
You're going to bed for the next God knows how many long years.
Not exactly flush with options.
The few options I have are 2 of my children.
Cotton would be a trusted person, to be fair.
Oh, you do have a new apprentice.
That is true.
I'm not going to make him my champion. I hardly know the little fucker.
Hardly know the bloke.
When did you find an apprentice?
He's your son.
What?
Your son came to me, asking me for instruction at some point.
The
I
what?
didn't know I was going to be a god.
You did actually
Well-
by the time.
Well, kind of. I wasn't expecting anything, is what I was saying. It was all a terrible shock.
Winry's got a couple candidates.
Oh no, I'm bummed.
Hearing that about Salazar,
I'm bad.
hearing that about Salazar and Talia and Candace's face doesn't change at all. He's just staring at the wall for a moment before going back to the conversation.
Disassociates.
Mark
Yeah,
that down
fun,
as
yeah.
I need to have a stern talking to my son. Okay.
We will be discussing that matter further, Salazar.
We have fun here.
I mean, has it been 1 per god generally by rule?
Yeah. Mainly because the suddenness of having too many a champion kind of puts
Yeah.
things out of balance.
So that if that's the case, he should be like, I think 1 per person is good enough.
With the ability to withdraw, just in case.
Yeah, if they
Of
abuse
course.
that power, sure.
Yeah, that seemed to always be the case.
Or if the champion wishes to step down.
I'm now again realizing both of my options are under Roya's thrall.
For now,
We'll fix
we'll
that.
fix that.
We have the power to fix that now, including your problem. Looks at Arya.
Oh, that's true.
You still have that little tether.
Mark? Right.
Is that part of these rules that we have to set?
As Dak starts flipping through the book. Shit.
Hmm.
No. Unfortunately, this is a matter that entirely is not up to us.
Nick's kind of furrows their brow.
The laws of magic are dictated by the goddess of magic.
We may have to talk to the goddess of magic at one point if we find her. Nyx already knows that we found her, but
Citra has no clue.
so. But she doesn't want to tell him that.
Yeah, I think it's just Nyx, Canis, and Salazar that know this.
Yes.
Yes.
For your
She was
sake,
in the
Nyx,
well.
Mm-hmm.
For your sake, Nyx, make a deception check.
Okay. I still have
Oh,
fucking
that's
advantage.
so hard for you.
Though I am dealing with a very high level devil, so I don't know. Alright,
Just to let you know, Tara.
He's
there's
been
an
reading you this
exclamation
entire
point.
time, so like he's got you clocked.
28, natural 20, and then
Oh my
so,
fucking
yeah,
God.
fuck you.
Yeah, okay.
You
Not
rolled
you,
a
Aaron.
19 and a 20.
A 19 and a 20. Holy
Yeah.
Get out of my business, devil.
You see, he just accepts this as fact. You guys don't know where she is, but you will attempt to find her.
Nix is like, I'm not to tell you shit.
Just finger guns to the rest of them.
Next, just completely stone-faced.
Yep.
Nobody
That
can read
blank,
that.
goth girl stare.
They crossed her tail behind their back.
Okay. So it seems like we have the rules set.
Solidly so. I'm sure that there are other details that need to be in place. In all fairness, with a proper council where all sides are equally represented.
Things will be refined.
At the very least, we do have a basic foundation.
One more thing. Would the idea of an amendment to anybody else's domains be unavailable unless a majority votes on their change? I don't want any people to join the council and then start changing our domain rules. Just thinking for the long term.
Moreover, I don't think we should be forced to change our domains.
I agree.
Basically, Nix just doesn't want people to, magic erase or
Yeah.
certain things.
It's like,
That's
I
fair.
don't like that part. Gonna get rid of that. You already signed, so it works.
Yeah.
And it's gone.
This also, this is towards Dagex, as he's technically the keeper of these laws.
Yes.
I do agree in a sense in which we should not be so freely capable of establishing one deciding who gets to have what domain over the other.
Wasn't that why it required certain people to be in attendance for this right now?
Exactly.
And agreement?
Yes.
So, as such, I might not find myself on the council, but I will continue to act as guardian for these laws. Just to remain fair.
Thank you.
Well then. All those presiding, have we come to a conclusion on these new laws and amendments?
I believe we've done as much as we can for the time being.
I believe so too.
Very well. Dagex nods. He signs, and as the book closes, the very earth becomes asunder with these new laws as it ripples out from the very grounds that all of you stand upon.
Citra
rules
just
have
immediately
changed.
hugs Arya, just like, we're not being locked behind gates! We're not being locked behind gates!
Big bear.
Just yoinks Daggix into it. Like, nope, come
Every
here.
normal person must have had the worst day because the sun went out for like 3 minutes and an hour later an earthquake happened.
Yeah.
Whoops the fuck?
Reality struggles to hold itself together. Meanwhile, we're having a meeting.
Yeah. Meanwhile, yeah, the teacher's like, now that that's handled, and I know we have another thing to talk about, which she looks at her grandfather about the whole Nine Hells thing. I do need to go talk to my mother.
You do not need my permission for that.
No, but do I need to be here for that discussion?
The matter of bringing you all into the Nine Hells.
Correct.
I will dictate to the rest of your allies the details.
Okay. She'll skedaddle off.
As excuse me. As Citra walks away. Oh, goodness.
Suddenly boss fight!
Yeah. A lot of you kind of just sit there amongst this very powerful devil.
I have a way into my home, the Nine Hells, that will allow you to reach the bottom much faster, instead of having to jump through all the hoops. Have any of you actually been to the Nine Hells?
No.
Mm-mm.
I did once follow a Rakshasa and beat him to death down there, but not much else.
I have not.
Then this will be an interesting experience as Celestials make their way into our lands. I'd like to see what happens next.
As smile crawls across his face, the scene shifts. Citra, you make your way into one of these rooms. And just hear the tapping pacing of shoes hitting the floor just in circles.
He just kind of lightly taps on the door.
Yes, yes.
Can I come in? It's just me, I promise.
Yes. May.
She'll just slip on in and close the door. The only person I think she'd assume might eavesdrop is busy hearing about the Nine Hells. So, I'm sorry you found out like this.
One would often be understandably angry, considering who and what he is.
I didn't quite know at first until I ran into him, and he was terrifying. Eloise kind of dropped the ball, and I found out. And you're not supposed to mention his name, so I didn't know, and I figured your mom, that was up to her to say something.
runs in the family, I suppose.
Yeah, it seems to be a source of a lot of problems in this family.
Tyrion knew who his mother was. He had that benefit. No, I was just a girl from Zanzibar. Couldn't even be disliked by the people here. They just accepted me, but I felt the eyes, the pride. It's haunting to know, isn't it?
It is.
I just assumed that my mother's details of a beautiful blue tiefling man came through the town. Didn't find what he was looking for, but he definitely got what he wanted.
Well, technically it was Grandma, but okay. She's not gonna go into the details, but from what she's gathering from what was told, like, that was more her than him.
I guess that explains a lot about you.
It did. Quite a bit. And some creatures can smell that on me, and they're not too happy about it.
I certainly didn't have the knack for it, but your father did. He knew something about you was different, but that was all the more reason why he and I were so overly protective. It was because he cared. And now I feel like he's gone.
She just kind of pulls her mom into a hug. And hands her this little letter. I think you should read this too. The Sultan handed me. He's not with us physically anymore, but he's not gone. I'm going to make sure of that.
No, you keep this.
I'm not saying to keep it. I was saying you could read it, Mom.
These words are for you.
My regret is that I wasn't here. You had no idea what was going on, if I was alive or dead.
I know. It just feels like he was my husband long before he was your father. And there was nothing I felt like we kept from each other. He was so adamant. He was so protective of you. I saw something in his eyes that was more than just only not love, but also as if you purified something in him. He very hesitantly, later in life, would seek to draw his blade, and now I feel like I will not be able to see him. all this madness and devils and gods. They played with our lives, they played with yours.
Constantly cleaning up their messes. That's why we're stepping forward to not repeat all the mistakes of the past. It's hard to even accept that's where I'm at right now. I left the Celsium to make sure a friend of mine wasn't, I guess, arrested? And then it spiraled out of control really quickly. Again.
Perhaps that's just going to have to be how things are. And trust you me, Citra, trust you me, you will make mistakes. You're going to continue to make mistakes. And that's what people are bound to do. It doesn't make you evil, it doesn't make you good.
You a person.
Precisely.
I can bring one bit of silver light to make this day a little easier for you. Because Grandpa is here. She says that because she's trying not to mention the name. And with Dax's help, a lot of the rules have been rewritten. We're not being locked behind gates this time. My home is here.
Good. I don't think I would do well alone.
I've lost too many family members. I'm not leaving you alone. I'm going to be the most persistent thorn in your side.
See, as kind of leans in and kind of the tapping of the horns before the head. You've always been the best of us. It's time to show the world that.
I will do my best to do so. Also, no more secrets. I can't do that anymore.
I think this might be the last of these secrets.
She kind of like, it's not. You tell everyone else in due time, but I feel like you need less secrets right now. And she'll just whisper carefully to her mom that the man she met alongside Daggett has been solved the entire time. And to save time, like, how that kind of sort of happened. Just... Yeah.
One last thing. It's just one last thing. No more.
Yeah.
I don't think my heart can take it.
Well, I mean, surprise, I have an older brother in the flesh now.
Very awkward man he is.
Yeah, but that's part of his charm, honestly. I mean, he has to kind of readjust to life now. You need any more help here? Grandma's passed.
No. She'll be handled with. Taken care of.
Okay. You feel a little better?
Much.
Good. And she'll just hug her mom again.
Yeah, as you hug your mother as you stare at the sands that continue to blast away. You notice that they are a different color. The usual orange hues would often...
Yeah, she'll let go of her mom and take a step back and look a little closer.
As you begin to look closer, you see an outline in the sky, hidden behind the sands.
Mom, get to safety. Now. And she'll kind of like half drag her mom downstairs and then like bolt past everybody else, like, outside, now!
Yep.
She's out the door.
Don't have to tell me twice, come on!
Like, it's
All
a
of
blur
you-
of white, teals, and gold.
Yeah. As all of you make your way outside, as you see just overhead, like a towering shadow, the visage of a massive castle in the sky.
Shh.
Canis, this is familiar shape to you. The descent of Lumeria has made its way here.
Royal.
He brought the whole bastion here. Are you kidding me?
He really does hate you. Like, talking to
He hates
Cadus.
all of us right now, technically, but yes, him.
He specifically hates you the most.
I'm well aware.
Here's the shiny gold star.
He really did not want you to gain ascension, but he did also
Too
tell
late.
me that he wants you to kill him.
What?
But
Roya told me that he, despite him hating you, he understands that he needs to go down.
Oh, we
save the
need
star.
him for the dreadnought?
We do.
We need him alive. That's too damn bad what he wants.
I agree.
So we're
Again.
dealing
Honestly, he can die after the dreadnought's gone.
we've a way of getting the best of both worlds.
with... That's another option,
Wiggles
yes.
his fingers.
However, we're dealing with Modius in the waking world, are we not?
He still doesn't know that I've told you all, as far
That's
as I
fine.
know.
We can... I don't think he's about to sit down and ask us those questions, at least right now.
Not that we
See,
should
as-
sit around
Refer to
and
him.
listen to them.
So refer to him as Roya.
See, as Mephistopheles, as he begins to open his hand, as etchings to the very ground begins to expand out. You
Who's
see
trying to
what
get
looks-
your attention, Aaron?
I don't know. Said a scam likely. As it begins to expand out, it looks like that of the familiar visage of demonic scribings. As you see, as he just looks at the rest of you. Certainly, this is probably the best time we can do this.
Did you what now?
The lot of you need to head to the Nine Hells. I'm giving you your way in.
But what about Zanzibar?
See,
What about all the
as
people here?
see as Ignis, Dagix, Sov, and Mephistopheles
enough godly forces to protect this place.
An odd act of charity out of a fiend.
She'll
It is
just
not
kind of.
charity. And should you decide to try and dictate that to anyone else, I will simply deny it.
Soon did a Mephistopheles. Anyway.
So what happens in Zanzibar stays in Zanzibar.
Yep. Teacher just walks right up to Dag, gives him one big kiss, and just hands the little gift that she was given by her grandmother, going, hold on to that. Keep everyone alive. No dying.
You got it.
So, same for you.
Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun for me. I haven't had a good fight in a while.
Barred. Go for it.
Fuchsia?
I'll be going with you lot. I feel like I want to have a personal strike at that bitch.
Oh, right. Yeah, we're going to be dealing with her. Anyways.
Fair enough.
Also,
time like the
I'm
present.
going to be 100% fair. I prefer that we don't walk in, try and fly as fast as we can now.
Yep.
All right. In the demonic circle, everybody.
As we're leaving, Nyx just flips off the bastion. Like the doom thumbs up, or yeah, just, into
No,
the
just a
lava.
casual wave. Just like, don't worry, we will talk later in dream, I'm sure. You being mad and salty.
Can't believe our ascension boiled down essentially to a meeting and a reading of a will.
It's not always
The
flashy.
exciting part happened at the end.
Yep.
We didn't need to stick around for it.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be plenty of time for fun stuff later. Let's go.
Shall we?
As the lot of you step into this massive, glowing, deep blue, purple kind of circle, as you see as the staff comes out from Mephistopheles before he raises it and swings it down, as all of you feel as if gravity just pulls you into the very
Hey,
earth
Hades.
itself.
Go to hell.
Would you say this is the sensation of falling? The pit of our stomach falls out.
Yes, it is just this drop, almost as if you went on one of those drop rides, you just feel it as you just
Tower of Terror, let's go.
yeah, as you all fall into the darkness and the burning and the several layers as you go lower and lower into the hells before finally making it to Cania, the 8th circle of the 9 hells.
That's his domain, right?
Mm-hmm. As you all find yourselves just landing in this throne of black obsidian. And with that,
Pause time.
we're going to go ahead and end, not end today's session, but go to break.
I was gonna say, damn, that was a quick episode.
Sorry.
Yeah.
End
Two-
of the first
two hours of
today's
us.
session.
Yeah. 2 hours of bureaucracy. Hooray!
Yeah. Oh, I know. It kind of felt like that, but like, hey, listen, it happens sometimes in session. My bad.
It's,
No, we're
it's
good.
like that. It's like that scene from Metalocalypse.
Which one?
Yes.
We'll give you our eternal souls, and in exchange, you get this. No, we get to keep our eternal souls. In exchange, you get this $5 coupon to Hot Topic.
Good shit.
Sold!
I'll
I'm gonna sleep
I'll
on
have
it.
my
and contact
guys-
the notary.
yeah.
I'm gonna sleep on it.
Sleep on it. All right. So with that, we're gonna take a quick break, and then we will be right back. So yeah, break time. Welcome back, everyone. Hello, everyone. How we doing?
Good to be back.
Yeah.
Let's get this going. We gotta run.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. Alrighty, so that with that. Let us go ahead. As all of you find yourselves turning over and awakening to the immediate feeling of cold here. It is barely warm enough for you to just wear your regular clothing, but the very air, as you breathe it, you can see it just...
Oh, we're in the hills?
Is Citra okay with this level of hell? Because it was brought up before as to why she was able to go and deal with the whole final light of the star shit.
Seems like you guys aren't being rejected. But then again, there are no forces here to enforce that.
True.
Okay.
Can't I just look over to Salzar? So how long have you been waiting to say that to me?
I literally just thought of it. Just this moment. Because that's where we were going. That's it. What?
It was a good joke.
Thank you.
It was.
I suppose it's time to start looking for my aunt.
As you guys make your way through this dark, obsidian black room, and as you feel the walls, it feels like the walls themselves are made out of carved ice. It is bloody freezing to the touch.
I'm gonna be honest, when I thought of the hills, I thought fiery. I did not think icy.
The hells aren't just one place, Henry.
How should I know? I've never been here before.
There's an S at the end.
Okay, you got me there.
She's not wrong!
I like how you depended on the technicality of hell.
Citra has her dump stat is intelligence. I will play her as simple as possible, okay?
It's like, damn, that makes sense. It's like, can't argue that.
Everyone put up their hand. Wait, she's not wrong.
She's not wrong.
To put it into a certain level of clarity, you guys have heard through some level of study, if not many, that the Nine Hells starts pretty hot. But by the time you start making your way to the lower circles, things begin to become more glacial.
I mean, there are also terms like hell froze over. That.
In light of that, one could possibly say a snowball's chance in hell is actually more possible than one might think.
I have no idea where we're going.
We're going to try to find his aunt.
I'm pretty sure a giant 5-headed dragon is not going to be hard to find.
Well, let's leave the
Yara,
throne
you said
room.
this was the 8th layer, right?
Yes.
We have to go down.
One more.
I would assume that we have to go to the bottom then.
Okay. Let's try to stealth through this and not get too much attention on us.
Kane is clunk, 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 clunk.
Don't worry, I can help. I can assist with various things.
Mhm.
But as Fuchsia said, we should probably fly.
She is with us, right?
Oh yes, I'm right here.
Okay.
I'm just kind of deeply surprised, is all.
Expecting it to be
Usually
warmer.
the could be colder. I know a few individuals that would a couple of white dragons that might love it down here. Then again, plenty of dragons that have been more than unwilling to have to serve their queen down in places like this. It is
We may end up fighting sometime.
It is disturbingly oppressive, I will say the least.
Well, best way is forward, is it not?
Yeah, we're not getting anywhere by just standing here.
Nope.
Nick's nods.
Alright. As you guys make your way through the castle of ice here, you can see amongst it all there is a distinct measure of the arcane here. And to you, Dr. Salazar, you do know that there is a measure of regard, especially with that of the lord of this place, as being one of the oldest and greatest mages to have ever lived. To live. So you can see that there is just arcane sigils carved into the ice and stonework here. These experiments. And by no measure are they kind.
We ought to be supremely careful in there.
Yeah.
Even down to the very stonework of the manor that's riddled with arcane sigils.
Well, good to know. We don't want to trip any traps.
Did he not follow us down here?
No, he's protecting Zanzibar.
Hmm.
So he invited us into his domain to at least get through most of the levels. Getting to the 9th is on us.
Well, at the
Suppose
very
not
least,
one of
we've got 2 dragon radars right here, so...
I suppose it's not going to be as simple as finding a staircase or a cellar.
Walks up to a staircase.
I'll be damned.
Since when is it ever that simple with fiends?
You never know.
A clearly marked staircase, right there.
9th level, this way.
Just had this sign that says Doom.
Yeah.
Watch your step.
Ah, here's where we keep the doom.
As you make your way through the castle here, and by the time you start reaching towards one of the major first crawls here within this place, you see a land of endless ice, frozen and unbearably cold. In by which, to those of you who have no cold resistance,
Not yet.
Any of us have cold resistance? I don't think
Think so?
Teacher certainly doesn't.
I subtle cast flame shield.
you have no cold resistance.
I gave myself cold resistance with the flame shield.
Yeah.
I will also this.
I can't summon fire unless I cast the fire attack. And that only lasts for a minute, so it's not gonna work.
This only lasts for 10 minutes, but might as well.
So, Nyx, you're the only one that's probably not going to be facing the punishment of this.
Salazar
Oh,
also
boy.
casted it.
Okay.
Correct.
So, to those who do not have resistance, you are taking... $58 points of cold damage.
58?
Ouch.
Owie.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing half for us who are resistant.
Those of you that are resistant face no pain at all.
Mm-hmm.
As to all of you, as the cold hits your face, it is biting like fucking sharp talons just ripping into your skin. As you just feel the ice kind of just build upon your face before you all return to indoors away from the unbearable cold.
Okay. Has anyone been to the 9th level at all? Because I'm pretty sure we know how to cast teleport now.
Looks at Arya.
You know that the 9th level is very specifically accessed through the thanks of the ring that you wear in regards to your father. You've only been to a very particular place, but unfortunately the rules of the 9 Hell are a little difficult to get by for most people, which is you have to travel through them. The only reason why you don't, or you didn't have to, was because the Lord of this plane allowed you down here.
So
You
We're
cannot...
hoofing
Yeah, you cannot teleport any further unless you are given permission, and,
Your dad is not giving us permission. That's for sure.
well, you haven't asked.
Good call him.
Yeah, but he would also then try to ring you into some sort of, well, if I let you, then you have to let me this.
Yes. It sounded like every conversation you had with him was about him trying to barter a deal from you.
Well, the upside is the spark is no longer on the table for him.
Exactly. Doesn't have the love.
No, but then he'd ask for something else. I mean, you could try, but otherwise we'd have to travel, and we have no idea how to get to...
I wouldn't do.
I suppose asking is the best way to do it.
I don't trust it. But if you guys feel confident
It's either that or all of us freeze.
well, we just go to the next level.
Who says we don't freeze on the way there?
I mean,
Who says it's not colder?
I don't think every layer in the Hells is cold.
I certainly don't think
It's
so
not.
either. However, if we can manage to buffet the cold in some particular way, fire seems to be our best answer. It is difficult when a place like this would prefer to be snuffed out. And
let me see.
So you are a red dragon, aren't you?
Yes. Do you expect me to just keep my mouth open the entire time?
Do you have any other abilities that you might be able to use, Fuchsia?
I have some spells. Unfortunately, they're very singular.
I can try to... Oh, Fire Shield is... No, it's only for self. Never mind. I can't put it on other people.
Yeah.
Damn.
Warp.
Unfortunately, she's never really used spells for other people. It's kind of her shtick.
Yep.
What I could possibly do is shape change all of you. Like I did with the owl situation, and just pocket you in my coat.
Either that or we become something much more polar.
Nick shrugs.
You just shrink them down into little creatures and then carry them around in a bag. That's adorable.
It works.
That would solve our issue.
It's one of my specialties.
It would also be far stealthier, since we wish for that approach as well.
True. Fewer of us to notice.
We would also be attempting to locate necks, of all people.
I think I can hold off on being detected for a little bit. And I can hide pretty well while holding you all. So, looking at Fuchsia, would you mind helping us travel there if we find a direction?
Oh, easily. No problem with that.
And you still have Death Ward on, so that's also a good plus.
Me?
Mm-hmm. It's 8 hours.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. Sorry. So. Nyx kind of thinks for a moment. It's like, we're looking for a creature. Or we're looking for a direction to go to, right?
Well, a path of wanton destruction might be the best way that we can dictate that. However, this is Cania. Everything looks like wanton destruction, doesn't it? She pokes her head out, and you see like her beautiful red hair kind of just sticks back a little bit, and it kind of freezes in place before she comes back, and just like the tips of the eyelashes are just like slightly frosted.
Nice. Yeah, I think you all are gonna just stay in my pocket for a bit. With that being said, I just even want to make sure, and I'm trying to re-find the spell. I don't know where the frick-a-frack it went. Because I know I have it. It's like,
are you going to turn us all into little snow rabbits?
Well, I have that spell, yes. That one's ready to go. But I'm looking for... I had it prepared. Locate something.
Locate creature or locate person?
Locate creature is only within 1,000 feet.
It was like a directional spell. We used it last time when we were
Find
finding
path.
Oh, find path, yeah.
Find path. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Okay. My dyslexia was like, I'm looking for something. And I was like, I don't know how to read.
Oh, that dyslexia.
There we go.
Find path.
It's concentration. Okay, I can't hold it.
Damn.
I think that's Flame Shield. Yeah.
No, Flame Shield is not concentration, but the animal shapes are.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You could probably use Find Path to see where we're going.
I can give you resistance for an hour.
I mean, no, Flame Shield is not concentration. The animal path part.
Yeah.
The animal shapes are concentration. It's not the...
I can give you the resistance myself, and then you can focus on.
No, I don't
other
need the
spells.
resistance. That's the thing.
Yeah. the flame shield isn't a concentration effect, and that's where the resistance is coming from. The issue we're having is we can either concentrate on Find the Path or on the animal shapes.
Yeah.
Well, we take damage the entire time.
Yeah.
That's the issue that I'm having.
I mean, give me 1 second here.
Oh wait, you're wizard. You have
Wizard
things.
He is a wizard,
You're
yes.
a wizard.
You wizard. I don't know. I feel like Ray and Connor have been in this situation before. Just like, oh right, you're a wizard.
You have the
feel like
level
that was
20
something
cool
before
wizard
when we
ability.
Do we
That
have
allows
a
you to
portable
do-
hole that one of us could be stuffed into? Or most of us could be stuffed into?
Well,
I
he
mean-
has the ability to cast any certain level spell, right? At will.
Yes, any spell third or lower can be cast at will. God shit.
No shit.
4th
level or lower, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
My bad. Wait.
Oh, 4th level. What?
No, you
it's
have
3rd level.
you have limited
Oh,
magical
limited
immunity for 4th level and
Oh, sorry.
lower.
Read that backwards.
Yeah.
Let's see, because Animal Shapes is 8th level, but he has like the other wizard ability that he only has. That's his level 20 capstone.
It's true.
So
Once a
we
day,
took-
I can cast any spell from any list.
We took damage, but don't we also gain 10 health at certain points right now?
Yeah, you can
Every
all
6
just,
seconds.
you can all just sit in my pocket and regain your health.
You guys.
Except for Winry.
I'm the only one that needs healing.
Someone can heal Winry.
I got it.
Cure
Me and
wounds,
Salazar
level 3. I use it
polluting.
as many times as needed until you're full.
I can cast protection from energy on whoever needs it.
Well, no, if you cast Find the Path, we'll be set. But I don't know if that takes up your 9th level spell slot or not.
No, it's a 6th level spell.
It's not a 9th level spell. However, my Master of Magic doesn't work that way necessarily. So the spell I can cast has to be in action.
Oh,
And I also,
okay.
and
it's
I
1
also
minute.
need the material components for said spell, which I do not.
Then we can just switch and like you can cast Animal Shapes and I can cast Find the Path.
Maybe.
Because that one's an action. I posted both of them in the...
Yep.
The,
I guess I can do that.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Are you going to turn into a sheep again?
No.
What are you going to turn them all into? Salazar gets to pick what you guys get to turn into, not Nyx. Nyx was going to turn into little tiny...
Citra trusts
Cute rats.
Salazar.
Isn't it obvious?
We're all snakes now. We die instantly.
No, the funny thing about sheep is that their wool and fur makes them immune to cold.
So are huskies.
I mean, if he's a mountain sheep, yeah. Or a mountain
But
goat.
the whole point is that we have to be carried, so it
Yeah.
can't be humongous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I don't think Fuchsia would like a bunch of sheep just piled onto them.
No, but like,
It'd be funny.
the stoats, hello?
Stoats.
Stoats are tiny and they survive in the winter.
Oh yeah, no, Nyx would have picked like stoats, rats, something
Yeah.
critter-like, but Salazar gets to pick, so go for it, Salazar. Turn everybody into a creature.
That
Alright,
can
let's
handle
see.
cold.
Does it have to be a beast?
Yes, it has to be a
larger,
beast. It has to
smaller
be small.
beast.
Yeah.
But it has to be small.
Yes.
For
Yeah,
this
so it can
particular
carry it.
instance.
Pockets, yes.
So, yeah,
Small or
stoat,
tiny?
vole, rabbit.
Honestly,
Probably
a couple of
big
us could
rodent.
probably curl around Nyx's neck or something.
And I'm looking for a beast with cold resistance, correct? Or is it
Yeah.
fire
Nope.
resistance?
We just can
Cold.
put them in our pocket.
Oh, okay.
That's basically what we're gonna
Well,
do.
then
We're
fuck
just gonna
it, you're
put them all
all
in our
snakes.
pocket.
No, please, we're gonna die in that cold much faster.
We're pocketing you. We're putting you in our pockets.
Does Citra just look like Alfredo now because she's all white?
With blue peppercorns.
Yep.
So it will work
Yes.
that they'll get
Aw.
resistance if we put them in our pockets while we have flame shield up, right?
They're on your
Aaron?
person.
It's possible.
So
We're trying to be creative.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you. However, I will say, for the sake of it, it is going to be a beast that has some measure of resisting cold, because even if you put him in a pocket, it's still going to be cold.
Let me see. Cold resistance. Let's
And
find
if you
that.
turn us into snakes, we are going to be very much not cold resistant.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we need something with cold resistance. These cold-blooded reptiles will do.
Yeah.
That's why I said a stoat or a weasel.
Who
of
wants
some
to
sort.
be a yeti?
Snow fox.
Well, I mean, in which case then we would just kind of be walking alongside you, because that's a little bit big to stick in a pocket.
No,
that
they're
work?
considered tiny creatures.
Yeah,
You mean
I'd
they're
like to be a young Remoraz.
Phoenix.
Pathetic.
Snow
A young
foxes.
Remoraz.
They have cold resistance. And
in
bite
terms of like
action.
tiny size, tiny creatures can just ride along.
Yeah, so that works.
Hell yeah.
Alright. I guess I will transform everyone into snow foxes then.
Oh boy!
Yay.
Does Wenry still have her little horns?
I get a feeling like everyone has a little something about them.
Canis is the
Canis's
biggest one, and he
crown.
has a black stripe down his back.
No, Canis has a crown as a collar.
So I'm guessing Citra's ears are blue. The
What
horns.
about Arya?
Arya just looks like a normal fox.
Yep.
Ooh,
That one's normal.
That's haunting. I feel like I see that like as a cryptid photo.
No, that's like pictures of hyenas at night.
Yeah. Just stare at a cat.
Like perfectly circular golden disc eyes.
Yeah. All right. As all of you kind of just pile upon Salazar, Nyx, and Fuchsia, and it's just like, it would be absolutely a great idea for the three of us to get a pet when we manage to settle down somewhere.
I don't know if we can talk.
Confused
as
fox
No,
noises.
you guys can't.
Just so
you can talk.
We can
The
talk
thing
next.
is you can talk to Nyx and yourself and each other.
Yeah.
So
In
Citra's
which
just
case-
like, she means a pet, like, not us, right?
I would hope so.
Well, I've got a whole island full of options.
Nyx is laughing her butt off because she's the only one that can hear this out of the ones that are not polymorphed or some shit.
And what everyone else hears is just the screechy chittering of foxes. Just, Ah!
I love how it's like we're probably all small foxes, Wenry's super small, and then there's just Wumbo Fox because it's Canis.
I mean, flavor text, we can just say that they're all stoats, but like stat-wise, or stat block-wise, snow foxes.
And it's just like Fuchsia looking at you, Salazar. It's like, what? It was a good idea.
Maybe I could bring back a dog or something.
Not unalive, please.
Oh.
No, a zombie dog.
I don't think
A little bit
that
hard.
would-
Drinking weenie.
But if it's a zombie dog, you can throw its own bone. It's just gonna fetch it.
Ghost dog.
Nyx, translate.
If it was its own, if the zombie dog or bone dog was a bone
I was
dog.
doing that player talk. I wasn't. That's canon now.
It can fetch its own bones, basically, is what they said. And they also don't want to be our pets. That's what Citra said.
Oh,
We'll see how the night goes.
If you want something a little bigger, I've got a whole island of options.
Winry says that they have a whole line of options on their island.
ooh. I was thinking a direwolf. Big, hard to kill.
Don't have that.
I like big dogs.
I could recommend a Carnotaur. They're
Something
very
fluffy.
snuggly.
We should probably
Again,
get a
Not
move
very
on.
fluffy though.
I agree.
Yes.
just like it's the polycule, just like leading this thing.
You know, Polycule's having a discussion while the rest of us are stuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ready as I am
During
to do
that
absolutely nothing.
conversation, Nyx is casting that whole minute of Find the Path.
All right, so
Creating that web of compass.
all right, so what is your location?
The gate to the lower levels.
That or Tiamat's like spot. I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Her Tia spot.
Heh.
Is it like? Does it have a very specific name?
It does.
Oh, okay.
It is called
were we
Nessus.
Nessus. Okay. Was Nyx told this name? I'm assuming.
You would know from like general like I would say like somewhat general history that there are names to the hells, and so all of them are kind of just like commonly theorized as to what each level of hell is. However, in this experience, nobody's ever been to Cania. It's only just been theorized.
Okay, that's where we're heading. Okay.
Well, you're in Cania right now. You've heard of Nessus, but Nessus is where you're heading.
Okay,
yeah,
Nessus
but
is
it
where
also
we're
says
heading.
like you can also state like a dragon's lair, so you can choose like Tiamat's lair or some shit if that's the case.
Well,
Or Tiamat's prison.
Tiamat's lair is upstairs, so.
Well, so that
Yeah.
I thought that's who we
Yeah,
were
be-
going after.
It'd be
Yeah.
Tiamat's prison.
Well, Tiamat got freed last we found out, and is wandering around
Friamat.
places. Friamat. So, yeah,
And-
Nyx says the name of the specific location then, with that layer of hell in mind, to try to find Tiamat.
And as you breathe into this spider's web of a compass, you begin to see almost as energy pulsating in the direction. You have a heading.
Alright.
Right.
Shall
Well then.
we?
Yes. Everyone get on, and please don't yip into my ear.
I assume Fuchsia is now in their dragon form.
As her just existence expands to fill that of a older adult red dragon.
Would Winry get a headache at this turn, or?
No, because
You're a
you've
god,
been in
you're
their
beyond
presence.
No, she's not a god.
Not yet.
No, God,
know-
yeah.
You no longer
But-
need ibuprofen.
Yeah, but you can kind of
Oh, I
get the
wish.
feel
You're a
that you've already been
semi-god.
dealing with this person long enough that doesn't need to be, given a headache
Okey-dokey.
for.
It's just Priya that gave you the headache last time.
Alright. As you all find yourselves flying into the icy cold skies of Cania. And by taking this height, you notice the lands, which for the most part may seem ravaged, as you, Nyx, kind of have the leading head in this effort. You do notice that there is just pockets in which flames still kind of ignite on top of this ice, and as well as pools of acid and what looks like to be these massive craters that jag out like lightning.
Spooky.
Head tilt.
Keeping an eye out, despite keeping concentration, for any, foes that may try to see us or spot us or hinder us. Like, trying to keep a head on a swivel almost.
Yeah.
Though a thought does cross their mind about a world tree maybe being somewhere here.
You don't detect that.
Okay.
How? It wouldn't be here, and it probably wouldn't be on any of the lower levels of the hells. It is too impossible for it to thrive in places like this.
I see.
As you continue to fly through the skies, as the luckily the slight warmth that can be provided from Fuchsia's just natural burning body.
Are we just also, like, passively healing?
Yeah.
Except
Okay.
for Winry.
When we got healed by, I think,
When we got
Canis.
healed up by Canis, like,
Yeah.
before we did this.
Okay, so I'm back at max.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that so much.
Be healed!
As you feel as the compass continues to point the directions, you kind of just bake around one of these large glacial mountains that kind of bridge over before seeing in the very far off distance what looks like to be almost two fiendish hands that kind of reach into the ground and the earth. This massive monument. As you notice that it is being assaulted away.
Like right now it's... Sorry.
Yeah. Oh no, you're fine.
Yeah, that sound, exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's being bopped.
It looks like it is being as, like, fabric of the universe being assaulted and torn as large gashes. A gate that would have continued to protect the lower levels is being broken by this massive red draconic body with wings aflame and heads gnashing at the wall.
I think we found her.
Oh, goodness.
I can't believe that's your aunt.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Canis.
I've never met her, but she probably hates me, so...
Oh, she probably hates every one of us. For sure.
Why would she hate me? I have nothing to fucking do with her.
The fuck did I do?
Spite.
She definitely hates me.
Well, you guys are gods now, so.
She may just hate us because we didn't invite her to the last meeting. That's a reason enough for her.
To be fair, that last meeting was pretty last minute.
Did we not technically also unbind her to her own domain?
I don't think
We
we
may.
did that.
We may have done that incidentally, yes.
And she should be thinking this.
You
Yeah,
can't
but
hear
she's
us, we're
starting-
stoats.
But she's starting to break some rules.
I'm making educated guesses.
Well, I suppose we should enact the
half
rules that we
translating.
just put in place. Make
Yes,
sure that
let's
she doesn't
enact those
go
rules.
crazy.
Well, we're supposed to be going after her. Period. If I remember
Yes, we
correctly. Yeah, right?
We need her to relinquish a certain artifact to Winry here.
Oh boy.
So, when we're
So, yeah.
ready to receive your spark,
For better or worse. Here we go.
All right. They all seem to be ready.
How's Fuchsia doing, though, by the way?
Oh, she's gliding with intent.
Okay, just making sure.
As every wing beat is almost like as she does, you can see her entire body as it moves. The ice and snow around her only evaporates fast enough for it to not be a problem.
Must be nice.
As you can kind of see as the massive head kind of tilting back. How close is it that you want to get to this? I'm not exactly sure she would be welcoming to me.
Anyone have a vote? Any long distance spells that you want to cast before we get into her range?
Well, I mean, I could, but I'd get really cold before then.
Just for the sake of making sure. Also, pokes Cadence with Death Ward.
He already has it on him.
Oh, he does? Okay, good.
Yeah, I put it on him before the Grin fight.
Okay, just making sure. Like, specifically, she gonna hate you.
Alright. Who wants to stay on Fuchsia, and who is going to go close range?
Are we going up to talk to her? Is my question. Like, I want to know what the whole planet attack is, essentially.
One would hope that it starts with a conversation, and if it turns into violence, which it most likely will be...
I suppose then we just need to get close enough to be heard, and then... otherwise stay back.
Yes.
I think
What is
I think he has more to hate and myself, and I personally get it right.
Citra just gonna give you all bless since it's without, like, meh, here you go. It's without having to use a spell slot.
just a fox reaching out and just pap the other two.
Little pat.
Or stoat. I don't know which one we were.
Fox, but stoat stats because we need to figure something out.
Well, no, you stoat form, fox stats.
Oh, okay, sorry, thank you. I was like, which one are we going with?
Or funny mongooses.
Squeak.
Squeakums. Nyx is like, I suggest that you all still stay hidden, and I can try to speak for you, through you. You can speak to me, and I can speak to her, or do you want to be out of
We're gonna, like, be talking, but it's
forms?
like... Yeah, it's kind of like having a little mic on you. We're speaking for you.
So
that
you guys are
reminds me,
staying stoats, and I'm speaking for you guys?
I guess Citra can hide in your little, like, shawl or whatever it is that you're wearing, just in case you need the healer immediately.
Yeah.
Because I also have, like, Dimension Door
can
and shit.
translate Draconic for anyone who doesn't know it.
Yeah. Citra can Dimension Gate if she needs to for everybody else. Or for you or something like that, if you need to get the fuck away.
Are we able to cast spells while animal shifted? I'd assume no.
Let's see. Animal shapes. You magically turn into others into beasts. Choose any number of willing creatures you can see within range. You transform the target into blank blah blah blah. You use your action to affect the creature's new forms.
The creature's limited in the actions it can perform by the nature of its new form. It can't speak or cast spells, so no spells have been cast.
There you go.
The target's gear melds into their new form. The target can't activate, wield, or otherwise benefit from any of its equipment.
You still have your class abilities, though. But you can't cast spell stills.
Yeah. So, Teacher would have to drop her form if she needed to get you out of dodge if that's the case.
Yeah.
I can set up a temporary domain for us in here that we can pop out and speak amongst each other. All of you going to nod or shake your fox heads?
Stoat, but yeah, nod.
Squeak.
Whatever. I've never seen a stoat before.
Squeak.
Squeak.
But yeah, I think Citra would opt to stay with Nyx, at least in this case.
Yeah, until shit hits the fan, and then we can both dimension door closer to her. That works for me.
All right. Well, then I suppose I will lower myself as close as we can.
To have a conversation, yes.
Here's hoping it stays that way.
As all of you descend further down, and as you get close to the large and somewhat less glacial, but leaning a bit more into the to the kind of earthy warmth of the hells, but it's still freezing in this air. As you land and descend from Fuchsia, as all of you get ready and prepared, you see as she shrinks down into her own mortal form.
Oh, and Citra does do Draconic as well, so there you go.
Hooray! Who doesn't know Draconic?
That is Arya.
Yeah, I don't.
It's
Is
okay.
Arya the only one in the party that doesn't know it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Wait a second, I have comprehend languages.
There you go!
Yeah,
But
just
you're
cast
in
that on
stoat
yourself
form,
real quick.
though. You can't cast spells.
So it depends if you're gonna talk to her, get out of your stoat form to speak to her.
I mean, Winry can directly translate to Arya. Though.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Winry be around Arya's neck. Or around Arya if they're staying in stoat form.
Yeah.
Just Nyx shoving up to Tiamat with her emergency stoats.
Got a bunch of emergency stoats in hand.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about the big one.
Tie him together by the tail, have some emergency nunchucks.
It's all squeak, 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 squeak. Gets the Canis squeak.
Squeak.
It's squonk.
Squeak. Squeaking.
Squawk. Squeak, squeak, squeaky. Squeak,
Squeaking
squawk.
squeaker.
Squeaker, squeak.
Yeah, it's just Patrick Warburton squeaking.
Ferrets do not give a
both at the
fuck
same
about how
time.
they're held.
Same brain cell. Same brain cell.
Same brain.
Alright. So, who goes to approach the Dragon Queen?
Citra's sticking with Nyx. This is for Wenry's thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing Wenry is going with as well?
Or is Winry sticking with, okay, so Arya and Canis, did you two want to speak to her?
Yeah, I want to, but the environment's gonna fucking kill us if you're just staying in a
Well-
stoat form, so great.
No, we get the resistance in stoat form.
Yeah, you have resistances in stoat
Alright.
form.
So, yeah. I think it's just Fuchsia that's staying out of
Yeah.
fuck you shot right now, so...
Sorry, I
so-
prefer just to stay back.
Squeak.
Okay.
Sweet.
Understood. The team's gonna go forward. Fuchsia's
Yep.
on standby of, I'll be here when shit hits the fan, when it inevitably does.
Yep.
Okay. Well, you two don't freak out when I start doing things. So. Alright, gonna have... I guess I'm having Canis, Arya, and Citra in my pockets.
And one of you is going to have to translate a Draconic for Arya then.
Yeah.
Citra can do it, or Canis, whichever.
Either or, yeah.
I think Citra should do it, because Arya and Canis want to have a conversation, and Nyx is going to be translating.
Mhm.
Alright. Nyx approaches, I guess.
Alright. As you approach, and the steps and footfalls as your feet break the ice under the weight. And as you send an entire echoing crack, you see as the large body just stops before the white head of the dragon just curls around and sees you, these deep, icy blue eyes.
I can't believe we're just approaching Tiamat.
Nyx waves. Lady Tiamat. Speaking in Draconic. I'm here to translate and communicate with you. Canis and Arias.
See as the whole body pushes back from the gate and twists in place as it just lands down, and as it stares down all of you, these 5 massive draconic heads as the massive wings splay out.
Oh, that's scary. Nobody will ever say she's not terrifying.
Well, go on. Tell me what to say.
That's you two.
Did you have an idea of what to tell her? Looking at Arya.
Meanwhile, squeak, 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 squeak.
Squeak, 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 squeak.
Your aunt.
You guys really didn't think about this before having me walk up here?
See as the massive red head lurches back and just breathes a massive circle right behind you, Nyx, as it
warmer.
just kind of just creates this massive ring and corral as the flames just build up tall and high.
She just kind of did us a positive, technically. We were cold.
Fine.
It just...
Guys, speak.
I know that we have a history, but we are here to quest your cup. Please.
And Nyx is actually translating this in Arya's voice.
Just speaking Draconic.
So, in Draconic, but in Arya's voice. So, like, that's why Nyx mentioned don't get weirded out when I start doing certain things. So, yeah, mimicking Arya's voice perfectly. And
She did this for Perel last time.
Sorry.
We are here because my friend needs to obtain the divine spark. Otherwise, the whole star. Will you swap?
You hear as multiple heads, mouths move. Why should I ever cooperate with any of you? One of you sealed me back into the hills. One of you born of my brother's blood. One of you is fucking one of my followers. Another one of you is just a filthy metallic thing. You are an abomination.
Damn, okay, that was mean, but okay.
Rude.
Nyx is not going to translate what Citra says. just to be clear.
Yeah, no, she knows that. Yeah.
You worst of all, you dabble in the death magics long since
abandoned by a godforsaken from this place who squandered his chances away. All of you are nothing but a stepping stone for the age of a dragon.
There will be an age of nothing if the star is gone. If the star dies, so do you. So does every dragon.
You foolish child. So foolish. Foolish, yes. You have any idea how long me and my brother have fled from that thing? Once I kill your father, I will be allowed to leave this place, and then I will seek a new home, bring forth new brood, and there will be my age.
Right.
And how do you plan to do that while stuck down here?
And mimics Canis's voice perfectly.
You see as the tail slaps the back of the gate as it tears a little further.
I was offered a way by my brother, so that way he can have his divine kingdom. That agreement can only be upheld by Phenol. And once the king of them is dead, I will be free this time.
So we need your dark.
You are a fool. You will hang yourself by your own birth.
Who do you think it was that constructed his downfall the first time? My only failure was that allowing Lulth and Zahir and Grumish to squander those opportunities away. Your birth is by my design.
And do you know what was by my design? Your entrapment. Your imprisonment. You think that couldn't be done again? Foolish. Arrogant. We came here hoping that you would see reason.
I am Tiamat. I have sailed through the astral for thousands upon thousands of years. I have ruled over my kin. Once as a benevolent goddess turned cruel. Your bindings mean nothing now. If it is blood you wish to offer, then lay your heads low so we can finish what we started so long ago.
Do you still believe that to be your best option for freedom?
Look at you. Just like your father. So pragmatic. My freedom will be at the rolling head of Osmodeus. So yes, it is my only chance at freedom. with no other gods to stand in my way.
So
No
your
other
plan is to flee.
beings.
So your plan is to flee to the next star when the star is destroyed by the Dreadnought. And what happens when the Dreadnought has to go after you again? You want to flee again, again? That freedom? Do you want to flee like a coward? Or do you want to fight against it? And I know it would burn you inside to have to ally with us in this one thing. But fear and cowardice is not. Why not prove your power? Ending the Dreadnought.
You do not think others have tried? You
I'm sure
Would
they
you
have.
prefer to run away? Again and again. Finding yourself a prisoner again.
But those who have tried before, were they Tiamat?
Those who tried before were once greater than Tiamat. Admittingly so. The Dreadnought consumes all. There is no escaping that.
But there is. You assist us by giving my friend the divine spark. We can destroy the Dreadnought. We can take down Roya and foil his plan. You don't have to run away again.
And what then? What comes after this glorious victory of the Dreadnought? What of me? What would come from me? What would be our reward?
We are negotiating right now the terms of this new world. Would you like to sit at the table when that happens?
Well, I have a seat at the table. You can be the head of it.
I feel we're being very generous right now. Please understand.
Such weak offers. From such weak beings. Those greater gods were once greater than I, but that was when I was young, inexperienced.
You call us weak, but we're the ones trying to fight. You're just waiting until you can run. But who is truly?
Survival is not weakness. Survival is survival. It is to necessitate. It is to continue on, to continue moving forward.
And there's a way to survive without fleeing. So what does that say about you? You can keep your life and still not have to flee. So if you choose to flee, that is purely a decision made in power. So insult is all you want. At least we have the balls to do something about this Dreadnought.
see as the large red head begins to kind of tower over but lean down as the heads kind of just stay beneath it. Kill Osmodius for me, and you may have my allyship.
This may be an unwinnable negotiation.
Seems to be the case. Either we ally with Osmodius or we ally with her and kill Osmodius.
Nyx is not translating.
Yeah.
They're whispers, by the way. Just to be
Yeah,
clear.
we can speak.
Arya kind of whispers to the rest of the group, like, my dad still has divine support.
He's also part of all this being at balance.
Pretty sure he'd be more willing to part with that spark if we take care of her too. But how do we do that?
We're gods now. We already knew that this unfortunately might end in violence. However, she is one of those beings that can kill us.
And so is your father.
Yeah.
That's the only part that Tiamat understands. Like, so is your father. Is like the only part.
Yeah.
No context.
Arya
Could be
kind of
calling him a
looks-
dick, an asshole, a buttfuck. Who knows?
Arya, like, looks to Tiamat. Just, like, very... You know you can't ask me to talk. As
Nyx
complicated...
kind of makes a face and then just like translates. Just like, okay.
As complicated as that relationship is, I don't think that I can bring myself.
That you can burn with his bones. As she lurches back,
I figured.
you see as the whole
Uh-oh.
front of the body begins to expand as the heads begin to open their maws.
Can Nyx not throw
And
Cedra like a
with that-
flashbang?
That is where we're gonna go ahead and end today's session.
I knew it!
I
I
think
knew it!
negotiations have broken down.
I'm just saying! I'm just saying!
Aggressive negotiations.
I'm just saying! Next can technically throw Citra and drop her shape and just flashbang her. Like,
I
none
was
of that.
thinking- don't worry, I have an image for that. There you go.
Just grabs Citra. Think fast. What?
Whoa, Stotra
Think fast, Trickle Nuts.
Mhm. Just
I
Eminem
cast
throwing a rat.
Stotra.
Rat. Alrighty, so with that being said, I've spent nearly 10 years sitting on a Tiamat figure, so finally get to use it.
Huzzah.
And it will be painted magnificently.
It will. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up today's session. I got a lot of work ahead of me this week.
You certainly do.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, we're gonna jump on into some relatively quick announcements, and then we will head on off. So, as for me, I am just gonna be joining Blue for her streams for the time being. Like I said, by the time
We
this episode
swapped
comes
roles.
out, yeah, by the time this episode comes out, we will have finally released Free Rent episode 2.
thankfully. And also I have another video that will be coming up relatively soon, as it was just one of my big things that I needed to get graphics for. Also, I am getting some artwork done for the next campaign, which involves Blue and a few other friends of ours. So I'm looking forward to and I will also be spending this week helping our players for the next campaign to kind of prepare for things. So that being said, I think that's going to be it for me for right now. So, Connor, how you know?
That's me. You can find me on the Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Tumblr, Blue Sky at Distortion Devil. You can find all my TTRPG content over at youtube.com/Devils and Dice Rolls and patreon.com/Devils and Dice Rolls. If you're a fan of what I do. And that's really about it. Blue, how you know?
Hi, it's me, Blue, or Blue Cosmonautre. So I'm now currently streaming every week now, on both Sundays and Fridays, but Fridays are at 8 p.m., Sundays are at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have a lot of work ahead of me, actually. I think I might be having to close my commissions very soon, because boy, oh boy, there's another campaign of assets I need to work on. But otherwise, otherwise we'll hang out in other people's streams, but as you heard, I think Aaron and I swapped roles. Usually I hang out in his streams, so now he's hanging out in mine. But otherwise, you can find me on Twitch under the same name, or mainly Blue Sky and Tumblr are essentially my main 3 places at this point. I can't say anything else because everything else is a spoiler. So otherwise, if you want to catch my streams, you can just watch me passively either post on social media or usually hanging out in Connor's streams. So I'm going to pass it over to Mal. Grandpa, wake up!
Bleh. Hi, I'm Sir Malorvic. You can find my Twitch, Twitter, and Blue Sky under that name. I occasionally do posting on there, but beyond that, I do show up in my friends' streams on occasion.
Hiding in mine.
Hiding in yours. And I was on Connor's last time, playing Wormtown.
Woohoo!
But beyond that, I got nothing that I got to announce, so off to you, Tara.
Hello. You can find my site or I don't really have a whole lot going on. I'm still just working on some stuff, but besides that, I'm a whole lot as well.
Hi, I'm Ray, also known as Key Inc. or Calligraphy Inc. on various platforms. I will be hanging out mostly on other people's streams. I hanged out with Blue the other day, and then Connor when he defeated final boss, big boss man.
Yes,
Elden Ring.
Did it.
Yeah,
Fucking did it.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Good job. Rodan is a bitch and a half.
Yes, I love Rodan.
It was very hard. It was really cool to see the final boss. It's just like super neato. But yeah, that's mostly what I'll be doing. Otherwise, just be
It's a
working
Dark
on
Souls
commissions.
boss.
I finally have a lot of my ducks in a row to really crack down on commissions and perhaps in the future do personal artwork.
Hooray!
So, yay. But gonna pass it on.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Kendra. You can find me at Transient Day on Tumblr and Blue Sky. I'm mostly going to be spending this week mostly working on my homework, but also getting Tiamat ready to go. And I've got a lot of god minis to paint too, so I'm going to be
Same.
busy doing painting.
I'm going to be slapping down a lot of base coats, so
Yeah.
I have work. I have some work ahead of me.
Yeah. But I'm really looking forward to that, actually. I'm having a lot of fun painting these minis, and Tiamat is looking fantastic, as is. Oh my goodness, we need to, Aaron, I think what we need to do is at the end of this episode when it comes time to release it, or the next episode when it comes time to release it, we just do a pan around image of her.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be great.
Oh, absolutely.
But, yes. Anyway, not much else going on my end. Please, if you like this podcast, if you like the video, if you like what we do, share it with your friends, share it with somebody you think might enjoy D&D stuff, and do please check out our sponsors. Volante has quite a few things that are actually on sale right now, and I'm pretty sure it's probably going to change by the time this comes out. But still, you could get a snazzy shirt like what Aaron's wearing, and or a vest. He's also modeling that. They've got mouse pads, they've got all sorts of stuff on there, so please go check out Volante, and please check out Ian Publishing if you're interested in checking out the Advanced 5th Edition stuff, because we're going to be doing a lot of it. You might enjoy it if you're not too fond of things that Watsy's doing. Anyway, I think that should be about it.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Well then, nothing else pressing.
Don't forget to brush your teeth.
And
That too, I guess.
And floss. Yeah. And water pick.
Alright, becomes the tooth fairy.
Well then, that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We hope you stay safe out there. And as always, see you next Sunday. Bye everyone.
Bye-bye. Bye.